Hey, Saji. So this is a 5 minute and kind of 6 month forecast. It's like a midpoint, a mid-year review in many respects. And I'm going to keep it down to 5 minutes. In terms of the love, health, money, and the new moon and full moon, you'll find a lot more information in the Louisa and Helen video that I did in my June playlist. And there's also a lot about the new moon and the full moon, which are going to really affect you in this month ahead in a positive way, and it could be in a surprising way as well. So you'll find all of that in the June playlist. Now, in this 5 minutes, I really wanted to focus on more about the general context of your life in terms of how it's moving forwards, because obviously, when we do have the full moon in our own sign, it's quite big. And yes, there is definitely a focus on your individual identity. It really does feel like your identity and what it is that you do and how you relate to other people is definitely up for grabs. It's definitely something to be looking at. The new moon on the 18th in your 7th house is also making things a lot more interesting with the people in your life. So you may well find that you're bringing in new people for the exact reason of starting something new, so it feels like there are some really good alliances going on in this month ahead. Now, what really fascinates me is the level of change and development that you're doing, really, in terms of your position within the community, in the home and the family. That feels like a whole chunk of work, irrespective of your public life. So for instance, when you meet someone in the street and you say, oh, hey, fellow SAG, yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. We all look very jolly and we have no idea about the sort of individual journey that somebody is on. And yet the individual journey that you're on has got a lot of stuff going on, very much at a deep and psychological place. So for instance, Pluto, and how Pluto has changed positions since March and is slowly backtracking, actually going back to where he was, is really emphasizing your need to connect the earning of money to the community and the community that you sit in, and also how you are giving back and how you are becoming powerful within the community that you sit in. As far as I can see, that's really a question of belonging. Like, maybe the question is, where do I belong? And this is going to be a much bigger question that you're going to be asking yourself over this next year. And in fact, for the next 20 years as well, as Pluto stays in there for quite some time. Also with Saturn going into the 4th house in the month of March, that has also created a sense of what is my purpose at home? How do I organize my home? How can I manage my family? How can I work in a more cohesive way with my family? Having Neptune there for what seems like many, many years has created a sort of mismatch of who's responsible for what. And it's a bit of a free-for-all in many respects. And so one of the things that's been going on since March is this kind of getting much better organized in terms of what is everyone's role here. So there's a lot of internal stuff that you've been getting on with. And then most recently is Jupiter moving in to join the North Node and Uranus in your 6th house, which is about your work, your health, and how you organize yourself. So I really think it's the nuts and bolts that have been really transformed. On the top of it, it just looks like it's business as usual for you, but we know differently, don't we? Now, in terms of what you might want to pay attention to in this month ahead, I would absolutely recommend that you get ready for some adventure. You get ready to start sowing your seeds in terms of what is it that you want to learn? What is it that's going to thrill you? What new thing can you bring into your world? You've got Mars there already, sort of emphasizing the need to do something new, the need to get out in the open, the need to feel like, I think, like a pioneer in life. And then very soon, Venus is going to be joining Mars in the first week, literally. I think it's the 4th or the 5th of June. Venus is going to get there and really show you how you can be a pioneer, but do it gracefully and do it with fun, do it with panache, do it with creativity and style. So I actually think the next month or two it's going to really highlight how you go about life in a way that is fun. And that is the thing that's been sadly missing for such a long time, is, you know, this heaviness as to where do I belong, how do I organize my family, what the hell's going on with my work and stuff, and how do I get organized. Actually, what's really needed is to go on that big pioneering adventure. And I think as you do that, Sagittarius, all of a sudden you'll realize that some of these things either don't matter, or you were worried about the wrong thing. So anyway, that's my hot tip for June and beyond. I hope that's helpful to you, Sag. And like I said, there's more resources in the June playlist on Feel Good Astrology channel. But anyway, have a great month ahead and speak to you real soon. Bye for now.